week on the Africa Innovation and Technology channel, women in the tech industry are helping aspiring female technologists enter an industry that is still largely male-dominated. And later on, we'll take you to Uganda, where a new app dubbed Winsenga, an electronic fetal heart rate monitor primarily deployed on a smartphone, is generating a buzz and can easily be used by midwives. Hello, I'm Paul Ndiho. Every week we strive to bring you stories that inspire, empower, engage and motivate young African innovators using new technology into action. Across Africa, the number of women entering the tech industry is growing, thanks to the several non-profit groups teaching girls how to code. As a result, more women are training to become tech professionals. Yet, a large number of them have to leave their jobs after a few years, as they can't break the glass ceiling in an industry that is still largely male-dominated. To address these challenges, there are some initiatives that are geared towards changing this image. Recently, something spectacular happened in Togo. The first ever female technology bootcamp opened in the Togolese capital, Lomé. It's a program that encourages young women to become technologically skilled at the use of information and communications technology, or ICT. The event attracted hundreds of young female students. By now, I'm sure you've heard about the innovation and technology revolution sweeping across Africa. From Southern Africa to East Africa to West Africa, young people are increasingly trying to make their mark on the tech scene. Female students from various parts of Togo gathered for the first ever technology bootcamp. The event encouraged young women to get involved in innovation and technology, as well as entrepreneurship. Clustered around a table, this group of young women is assembling a computer made out of recycled materials in a jerrycan.
We don't often get the opportunity to do this at school, and especially here in Africa. We have lessons on this, but we don't have an opportunity to actually do practical exercises from what we learn.
Many of those who participated say the event gave them an opportunity not only to see what other women innovators on the continent are doing, but also allowed them to see how far they can go with the right kind of support. Using a locally sourced material, the girls assembled the computer with parts from old radios, car speakers, and plastics.
We had to test the material to see if it was in good condition. The point of the jerry can is to be able to recycle and not to have high-tech material, but a fun computer that is accessible to all. First, we tested the material and then we put it in the jerry can. We used a specific design to make this not only nice to look at, but useful as well. The material has been placed in a manner that will allow it to have a good electric connection and allow some air to pass through.
The participants say they hope the event like this will help to increase awareness about technology and give young people a platform to learn from each other. Organizers of the tech camp say making science practical and fun was a big part of the event.
We hope that with this initiative, young girls will go on to lead the tech hub in their different communities. We look to them to create working spaces where they will invite others to meet, exchange, and come up with new projects.
The event was also held in other West African nations, including Ghana, Burkina Faso, Benin, Ivory Coast, Liberia, and Nigeria. Still to come on the Africa Innovation and Technology channel, Uganda's new app dubbed Winsenga, an electronic fetal heart rate monitor primarily deployed on smartphones, is saving lives. We'll take a short break, but before we go, we want to know what you think about the Africa Innovation and Technology channel and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Twitter and on Facebook. The address is Africa Innovations and Technology. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to the African Innovation and Technology channel, a show where we strive to bring you stories that inspire, empower, engage, and motivate young African innovators using new technology into action. This week, we are talking about how women in the tech industry are helping aspiring female technologists enter the industry that is still largely male-dominated, and how a new app dubbed Winsenga, an electronic fetal heart rate monitor primarily deployed on a smartphone, is helping midwives in sub-Saharan Africa. The birth of a baby, which should be a joyful occasion, too often brings heartbreaks and agony for most African families. Pregnancy and childbirth complications are the leading cause of death and injury for women in the developing countries. In sub-Saharan Africa, a staggering 1 in 22 women die in pregnancy or childbirth, while in developed countries, it's just 1 in every 8,000. Many women, particularly those in remote areas of Africa, have little choice but to give birth to their babies at home. Well, in Uganda, students at Makerere University have developed an app called Winsenga to deliver a low-cost community integrated solution that could be used by even lesser trained skilled midwives. In fact, they have developed an electronic fetal heart rate monitor primarily deployed on smartphones. The students hope that their innovation will replace the traditionally known pinhead horn used by midwives, and in the process they hope to save many lives. Giving birth is a risky affair for many mothers and children in many parts of sub-Saharan Africa, where medical care is still either limited or, for traditional reasons or geographic reasons, just not accessed. To help address this challenge, a team of 3 app developers have developed a miniature pregnancy ultrasound machine that can monitor pregnancies. The team is also being celebrated for creating a Winsenga app that can easily be accessed on smartphones and can potentially save lives. Joshua Okello is one of the developers at Makerere University.
The diagnosis that you do with this bases solely, the accuracy of it is based solely on the experience of a midwife. Therefore, if a midwife miscalculates, you're going to have a problem, and yet for the baby, the heart rate is a primary indicator of health. You're going to have false positives and false negatives. Also, if working on 200 mothers a day using this, because what happens is that you place this on the mother's belly and then you put on your ear, listen to the fetal heartbeat, and then try to calculate the beats per minute. Now, over a long time, this becomes really difficult to use. Actually, we did a survey of about close to 50 women across Uganda, so not women, midwives across Uganda, and we realized that they've had a big problem with this.
According to a UN Millennium Development Goals report, more than 16 women die during childbirth every day. The Winsenga app uses software consisting of several audio analysis, pattern recognition, and data recording modules which can calculate a heart rate and age and positioning of the fetus and other factors, which are then recorded on a cloud. The data then returns relevant health advice and suggestions that are displayed in simple languages for remotely based midwives and traditional birth attendants to read and apply. Okello and his team caught their big break in 2012 when Microsoft Innovations in Uganda organized the Imagine Cup Grant, a competitive program that provides students with funding and support to help transform their projects into social enterprises.
It will hasten their work so that they are able to see many patients but pick the fetal hearts accurately and confidently tell the mother that your baby is alive. And I believe they will enjoy their work, knowing very well that what they are doing is easing their lives rather than spending their time running around the abdomen.
Winsenga app won a cash prize of $50,000. Drake Milembe is a manager at Microsoft Innovation Uganda.
So it is human resource. It is the technology platform that is needed. It is oftentimes the competitions, you've heard about them. It's a very good way of engaging students, to excite them, to be able to feel that they can actually do something different.
Imaging ultrasound services are still available in major hospitals for about $18. Well, on that note, do you think you have a better idea, or you have created something that everyone is talking about and you'd like to be featured on the show? Please send us your video clips and tell us which country you're from and how your innovation is impacting your community. That's our show. Be sure to watch the Africa Innovation and Technology channel online every weekend. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next week. For now, so long from Washington.